So in our last session, you talked about feeling stressed about school and feeling kind of emotional about your last golf event. So what would you like to talk about today in today's session?
I guess just kind of end of the year, finals are coming up, and then just going back home.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, how do you feel? 1 being not very stressed at all, not really worried about anything. 10 being super stressed that it's affecting how you're functioning.
Probably about a 7 with like combining like finals week and like this upcoming week.
So moderately stressed.
Yeah, because I've got not last minute, but big assignments that are due and then I've got to study for finals. So.
Right. What else besides finals is going on right now?
Other than finals, not much really. Just kind of getting ready for that. We had our last team dinner for golf yesterday, so just kind of really fully letting that sink in that I'm done. So.
How did that go?
Dinner was great. I got 2 really cool senior gifts. Well, 3 technically. I got a bracelet and a little jewelry box, and then what made me cry, and I knew I was gonna cry at some point during the night, but I got a picture frame that has. So I came from a previous school to my new school, and so it had picture from my signing day to my first school, and then a picture signing for my current school, and then 2 different collages of just pictures throughout my golf career. And I
that's
cried.
really nice. Yeah.
I cried.
Oh, that's nice.
So it was good. So it was our last dinner. It was weird.
Now, how do you feel about going home for the summer?
Going home, it's good and it's weird. I'll be glad to go home. Like, I really do enjoy being home, but it's gonna be weird leaving behind like friends that I've spent 9 months with, and now I'm gonna be 2.5, 3 hours away from the majority of them. So
it'll be a little weird.
Right.
So let me ask you, instead of focusing on the stress and kind of the negatives right now with finals and everything, what positives do you see happening in your life?
Mainly just like my friends, like they're my big positive income, and then just the end of the year, kind of like another year, getting closer to my degree, slowly getting there, but just the friends that I've made, and then even I'm a work study, and so I've gotten closer to a couple professors, and they're really good. They make life seem less stressful because I get to see their stress level, and I'm like, oh no, I'm so glad I'm not there yet. So just kind of that, and then I guess seeing golf now is more of something that I can relax with instead of really have to.
Yeah, not having to take it as serious.
Yeah. I'm still probably gonna take it seriously.
Right.
I think it's just always gonna be in my brain, but it'll be good.
So do you feel like, with all the stress, do you feel like you're taking time for self-care? What kinds of things are you doing to take care of yourself?
I've increased my water because I've been slacking, but I've gotten that back up, and then I've increased my yoga. So now instead of just doing it in the morning, I'm adding some at night to kind of just help keep me calm and keep me relaxed before I go to bed. So
yeah, those are really healthy things to do. I kind of want to do a silly question. I really like to use it just to see people's responses, but it's called the miracle question. And basically it's a scenario. So the scenario is you go to bed one night, and in the middle of the night, a miracle takes place, and everything's solved. What would that look like for you if that happened to you?
My big miracle would be for my mom to not be sick anymore, because with how sick she is, we have doctor's visits and hospital bills, and so I think for that would be, for her to not be sick anymore would kind of lift that burden and wouldn't stress the family as much as it does. So, and I feel like with that, I wouldn't feel so bad about going to such an expensive school. Because, hello, private school, you just increased your tuition by like $5,000 a semester.
Yeah.
But
what else? Besides your mom being sick, what else would look different, do you think?
really, like, I'm not all hunky-dory with my life, but I don't think that there's one big thing other than that I would really change. Maybe me not being so shy.
Yeah.
That could, maybe my other miracle would be that, but, I mean, other than that, I've got great friends, great family, so.
Yeah. I think those are really positive things to have. So, how is your mom being sick affecting kind of the final stress right now? Is it adding to it significantly, do you think?
I don't think so right now, no. It gets worse when I know that, like, if she gets, like, a cold or something, I know that like, really increases, like, my stress. But everything's fine at home right now, so
That's
I
good.
really don't think that it's adding too terribly much onto it. I think it's always just kind of one of those constant things in the back of my mind.
Do you feel like you are probably more excited to go home just because you know that she's sick, so you want to kind of be there for
I think so,
more?
yeah. Being home is always good. She loves it when I'm home because we do stuff together, and my dad's wallet does not appreciate me being home sometimes.
Right.
But, like, she's always just been so supportive of me, and, like, being home and back with her is just, it's really good. It's really nice.
What do you think is a potential problem that you might run into this summer with her being sick? Or do you think maybe not having a support system like you do here?
I think not having the support system is going to be a little rough, but I do have friends that are home that I can talk to and everything. But sometimes just, like, being there and, like, if she does get sick, seeing her sick, I think sometimes is worse to me than being at school and being like, okay, mom's sick, but I'm here at school and I need to focus on, like, I have to focus on school. So it kind of gives me, like, takes away that other, like, you have something else to focus on other than her being sick.
So how do you think, if those problems arise, how do you think you'll deal with it?
Probably not as well as if I was, like, here at school, but mostly just, like, talking with her, and, like, I go with her to her doctor's visits most of the time, like, if I can, and so being able to hear the doctor be like, okay, it's just a cold, but we're gonna give you this medication just to make sure that it doesn't turn into anything else. So
hearing that kind of helps reassure you.
Yeah.
We kind of call this flagging the minefield. I'm kind of trying to get you to look at some potential things that could happen in the summer, and just kind of just get you to start thinking about how you might deal with them when you're not here at school with the support system and everything. So I just wanted to kind of touch base on that. We can also probably do that with your finals too. I know that you have finals in a couple weeks, so potentially if you find yourself in that really stressed mode, how do you think you could kind of help yourself through it?
Like, really breaking it down, like, be like, instead of, because I know myself, sometimes I'll be like, I have to study for everything right now, and so I should, like, break it down and be like, I have this final first, so this is what I need to study for, and have it more like that instead of trying to, you know, study 30 minutes on this and then switch to something else.
Overloading yourself too much. Yeah, because probably the important thing with school stress is making sure you're not, you know, creating too big of a to-do list and not giving yourself enough time to do it.
Yeah.
So, what else do you think you might face in this next coming week?
I have
anything else?
I don't know if I really have much. I do have one kind of big presentation that's due on Friday that is kind of one of those, if you don't do great on this, you fail the class. But, I mean, other than that, I feel pretty prepared for it. So that's really my only big thing coming up. It's my last week of biology, so I'm doing a little dance. I'm not very, I don't know, human biology inclined,
so definitely a positive.
Yes, definitely a positive.
Well, I think that this session went really well today. We kind of talked about just the positives going on and kind of talked about your mom, so I think we can probably meet in the next couple weeks and touch base to see how you're feeling with stress and how finals went and kind of where you're feeling with your mother being sick and everything. So thanks for coming in today.
All right, well, thank you.